Oh, buckle up, internet, because this right here? This ain't your regular he said, she said, social media beef. Nope, this is Chrisean Rock versus Hood Trophy Bino. A digital explosion so wild it makes blue faces. Family reunions look like Sunday brunch at Chick-Phil-A. The streets and the timelines are on fire after Chrisean Rock reportedly hit that block button on Hood Trophy Bino faster than she throws hands on live. And baby, Bino did not take it quietly. Nah, he went full Super Saiyan on social media, dragging, roasting, and unloading on everyone in sight. And guess who got caught in the crossfire? Bree and Wu, let's just say. She got dragged harder than a bad wig on Zeus Network. Now this ain't just petty drama. This is a full-on digital soap opera, jealousy, betrayal, ego, clout, and a sprinkle of chaos that could feed shade ring content for weeks. The energy? Messy? The tone? Explosive. The reactions? Outrageous. This feud has gone from DMAs to detonations, and if you thought Chrisean Rock's baby mama era was wild, you ain't seen nothing yet, because tonight, we're diving deep into the meltdown that broke the algorithm, and trust me, by the end you'll be saying, Bino didn't just go off, he went nuclear. So here's how this circus started, and trust me, you couldn't script this mess if you tried. Hood Trophy Bino, the West Coast rapper with a temper hotter than a mic at a Drake concert, was cool with Chrisean Rock, like the kind of cool where they were constantly on each other's lives, hyping music, cracking jokes, and low-key giving fans a little are they or aren't they tension. The internet was eating it up, shipping them like it was fanfiction season, but then, boom, out of nowhere, Chrisean hits him with the block. Just like that. Gone. Vanished. No warning. No explanation, no wid bro, and the internet? Lost its mind. Fans were like, did Bino say something slick? Did Blueface get in her ear? Or did Chrisean just wake up and choose chaos like usual? Now here's where it gets juicy. Instead of staying silent or taking the high road, Bino did what every modern rapper with Wi-Fi does. He went live. And when I say he unleashed, I mean unleashed. Dude was pacing, sweating, talking like he just got betrayed by his best friend and his barber. He called out Chrisean for being fake, claimed she switched up when she started getting attention again, and accused her of letting clout control her like a bad manager. And oh, he didn't stop there. He dragged Bree into it, apparently hinting she had something to do with the fallout. According to Bino, Bree was playing both sides, stirring the pot between him and Chrisean for attention. Within minutes, the comments were exploding. Half the chat was siding with Chrisean, she been through enough, Bino chill, and the other half was cheering Bino on like it was a heavyweight fight. Finally, someone said it. By the next morning, Twitter looked like a war zone. Memes, edits, shady posts, and that classic Chrisean energy of I said what I said flooded every corner of social media. Even people who didn't know who Bino was were suddenly experts in the situation. The craziest part? Nobody even knew why she blocked him. No receipts. No screenshots. Just chaos raw, unfiltered, and hotter than Blueface's DMs on a Friday night. And that's when the internet started doing what it does best, speculating. Some said Bino tried to flirt and Chrisean wasn't having it. Others claimed he disrespected her parenting. A few conspiracy theorists swore Blueface was behind the scenes pulling strings like a toxic puppet master. Whatever the reason, the damage was done. But see, what really turned this from simple drama to a digital firestorm was how emotional Bino got. This wasn't some chill response, this man was hurt. You could see it in his voice, his tone, the way he talked about loyalty and realness. He wasn't trolling. He was venting. And that vulnerability, mixed with his aggression, made the whole situation 10 times messier. People started posting side-by-sides of their old videos together, saying, look at how close they were. Others began clipping his rants into remixes, yes. Remixes like TikTok DJs couldn't resist turning drama into a soundtrack. At this point, you could feel the tension bubbling. Fans were tagging Chrisean, demanding answers, while Bino doubled down, saying he didn't need her, didn't care, and was done with fake love. But you could tell. He cared. Oh, he definitely cared. And that's when things took a turn. A mysterious post from Bree dropped on her story, something cryptic like, some people forget who kept it real when the cameras were off. And boom, instant chaos. The internet immediately assumed it was about Bino or Chrisean. Suddenly, Bree was in the hot seat, getting roasted, questioned, and accused of stirring drama she never asked for. This wasn't just a fallout anymore. It was a triangle of tension, a chaotic storm of betrayal, hurt feelings, and public humiliation, all happening in real time. And trust me, this was just the warm-up. Because what came next made every love and hip-hop reunion fight look like a polite tea party. Now let's talk about when the internet went from messy to apocalyptic. Because after Bino's meltdown, social media became a digital coliseum and everyone showed up for blood. First, Chrisean Rock did what she does best. She stayed maddeningly silent. No response, no love, not even a passive-aggressive emoji. Just radio silence. Which honestly made it worse. Because when Chrisean doesn't talk, the fans do. They started spinning theories faster than TMZ. Interns on Red Bull, she's embarrassed. She's trolling him. She's blocking out negativity. Literally, it was like everyone became a psychologist overnight. Meanwhile, Bino was still firing off like a volcano. Every few hours, new clips dropped, him calling out fake energy, talking about loyalty, saying he's the realest one out here. He even hinted that he knew secrets about Chrisean, which of course lit the internet on fire. People started commenting, "Drop the receipts, Bino." While others warned, "Boy, you're poking a viral bear, she go nuclear." But oh, the plot thickened. Bree, the one who supposedly stirred the pot, jumped on her live too. She looked calm, sipping a drink, pretending like she didn't just walk into a social media explosion. But the shade? The shade was colder than Antarctica. She said things like, "People love to play victim when the truth ain't in their favor. And y'all know who I'm talking about." Boom, that's all it took. Screenshots of her live hit Twitter within minutes. Fans were dissecting every word like it was an FBI transcript. Some said Bree was exposing Bino, others claimed she was low-key defending Chrisean. Either way, the internet didn't care about facts, it cared about chaos. Then came the celebrities. You know it's bad when random rappers and influencers start chiming in. One Atlanta artist tweeted, "Man, y'all trippin'. Chrisean blocking people like she run Instagram." Another said, "Bino out here acting like he just got left at the altar." Even the Shade Room couldn't resist. They reposted a snippet of Bino's rant with the caption, "Hood Trophy Bino ain't holding back after Chrisean Rock blocks him. Thoughts?" And just like that, boom, 100,000 comments. Everyone had an opinion. Half defending Bino's feelings, the other half clowning him for being too emotional. One fan wrote, "He talking like she was his girl, she just hit unfollow, bro." Another said, "She did what we all wish we could do to toxic people, block." Meanwhile, TikTok got its hands on it, and that's when things went nuclear. Memes flooded the For You page. People were reenacting Bino's live with dramatic music. Others edited clips of Chrisean dancing with blocked graphics flying across the screen. One viral soundbite, "She really blocked me, y'all. Like, I don't even exist," got turned into a remix that hit over 500,000 plays in 24 hours. But then, out of nowhere, Chrisean finally spoke, kind of. She posted a 10-second story with her baby in her arms, smiling, and the caption said, "I'm too blessed to stress." That's it. No names, no context, but everyone knew who it was for. It was the ultimate power move, silent, confident, and devastating. The internet lost it again. People were quoting it like scripture. "Too blessed to stress" became the line of the week. And poor Bino? Instead of cooling off, he doubled down. He went on another rant, this time dragging everyone, Bree, Chrisean, even fans. "Y'all weird?" he shouted. "You pick sides but don't know what's real. I'm solid. I don't do fake love." He was clearly in his feelings, but that only made it juicier. The comment section was eating it up. "Bro, just let it go. He's spiraling live. Someone take his phone." By now, this wasn't about blocking anymore, it was about pride, clout, and image. Bino was coming off like the hurt ex, even though he claimed they were just friends. And Chrisean? She was playing it like a chess master, silent, smiling, and letting the internet do her PR. Meanwhile, Bree tried to save face. She posted a positivity message about women supporting women, but everyone saw through it. Comments were like, "Girl, you lit the match. You can't preach peace after you spilled the tea." She Couldn't win either way. Every post she made got twisted into part of the narrative. Then came the ultimate twist. An old clip resurfaced of Bino and Chrisean joking on live about trust and loyalty. He says, "Don't ever switch up on me," and she laughs, "You never know with me." That clip hit millions of views overnight, and people were like, yo, she literally warned him. It became the meme moment of the week. Fans started editing the clip into relationship downfall timelines, complete with dramatic background music. The internet turned what was probably a simple unfollow into a cinematic betrayal. It was pure reality TV energy, but free on your phone. Now, let's not forget the cherry on top, Blueface. Yep, he had to jump in. Because of course he did. He dropped a petty tweet saying, "Ain't nobody blocking me though." And that was it, Chaos Reborn. People flooded his comments like, "You started this. Go back to your lane." But it worked. His name got tied right back into the scandal. And suddenly the triangle became a square. Within days, #blocked by Chrisean was trending. Every influencer, meme page, and reaction YouTuber was dissecting the drama like it was the Super Bowl of shade. Everyone was cashing in, commentary channels, TikTok edits, even merch drops saying, "Too blessed to stress," and #UNBLOCKBINO. By this point, it wasn't even about what actually happened. The narrative had evolved. It was a story about pride, ego, and digital heartbreak, the kind of mess only social media can cook up. And just when it felt like things couldn't get messier, a DM leak surfaced. Someone claimed Bino sent Chrisean a late-night message before the block. "You switched up for the cameras. I thought you was real." If that was true, it explained everything. Fans were like, oh, so that's why she blocked him. But of course, Chrisean didn't confirm or deny it. She just posted another cryptic story. Real ones don't talk, they move. At that point, everyone realized this wasn't just internet drama. This was performance art. And yet, somewhere in the middle of all this chaos, Bino's streaming numbers started going up. Like way up? His music was getting new listeners, new followers, new comments. People who had never heard of him were now curious. The scandal had become his spotlight, and love him or hate him, he had everyone's attention. But what happens when fame born out of chaos starts to bite back? Because every viral moment comes with a price. And trust me, the fallout was just beginning. By the time the smoke started to settle, this wasn't just a block, it was a full-blown digital war zone. Hood Trophy Bino had gone from rising artist to internet headline material overnight. But fame earned through chaos? That's a deal with the devil. Because while he was trending, his reputation was getting dragged through the digital dirt. Every blog, gossip page, and podcast had an opinion. The Shade Room did follow-ups. No Jumper dropped reaction clips. Even random TikTok commentators were analyzing Bino's facial expressions like he was testifying in court. Some said he looked broken, others said he was hungry for clout, and honestly, both might have been true. Meanwhile, Chrisean Rock was living her best unbothered queen life. She posted a few cute videos with her baby, dropped a few new promo posts, and kept it pushing. Fans started praising her growth, saying she was finally moving past toxic energy. It was wild. The same internet that used to call her chaotic was now calling her mature. That's the social media paradox. Today's villain is tomorrow's vibe. But Bino? He wasn't letting go that easily. He started hinting in interviews that there was way more to the story. He told one host, "People only see what they want to see. I ain't tripping, I know what really happened." But here's the catch, he never said what happened. Which made it worse because now the mystery had legs. Every fan theory went viral. People were pulling up old pictures, cross-referencing outfits, analyzing song lyrics like it was an FBI case. Then came the music drop. Oh yeah, Bino did what every artist does after a scandal. He turned pain into profit. Within a week, he dropped a freestyle titled "Blocked Energy," and the lyrics? Chef's kiss. Bars like, "She hit unfollow, I hit reload," still trending, "My pain went gold." It was the ultimate clapback in rhyme form. Fans went wild. Half thought it was genius, half thought it was petty, and all of them streamed it anyway. The song went viral on TikTok. People were using it in videos captioned, "When she blocks you, but you still winning." Suddenly, Bino wasn't just a man scorned. He was a meme king turned marketing legend. But every rise has a shadow. The same attention that boosted his music also invited more drama. Old acquaintances started popping up saying he'd been messy. Screenshots of old arguments, old posts, and shady subtweets started resurfacing. Suddenly, Bino was under the microscope for everything he'd ever said online. Cancel culture doesn't sleep, and it was knocking on his door. Meanwhile, Brie, remember her? She tried to bow out gracefully. She went offline for a bit, posted a few cryptic quotes about energy shifts, and pretended she was on a spiritual cleanse. But the internet never forgets. The moment she came back, people flooded her comments like, "You the reason this whole thing started." She couldn't post a selfie without someone bringing up the block saga, and through all this chaos, Chrisean's silence became her superpower. No interviews, no lives, no rants, just subtle wins. A new collab, a brand deal, and that "too blessed distress" caption turned into a whole mini movement. Fans started using it under their posts when they cut off toxic friends. She literally turned a petty block into a cultural statement. That's PR genius by accident. Meanwhile, Bino's frustration started to show. You could feel it in his tone. He went live one more time, but this time it was different. He wasn't yelling. He wasn't throwing shade. He looked tired. At the end of the day, he said, "I was loyal to people who wasn't loyal to me. It is what it is." Boom. Just like that, the internet went quiet. For once, people actually felt for him. Because beneath all the chaos, there was a real dude just trying to make it in a game that eats you alive, but the quiet didn't last. Because the moment empathy kicked in, another clip dropped, an unseen snippet from earlier that showed Bino throwing a few verbal jabs at Chrisean behind the scenes. It was like the internet said, "Ah? Wait, never mind." Back to chaos. Then came the redemption arc. Bino started focusing on his craft again, posting studio snippets, connecting with fans, even apologizing indirectly by saying, "Sometimes we all wild out when emotion's high." And guess what? Fans started forgiving him. Because online fame runs on short attention spans, yesterday's villain is tomorrow's underdog. Chrisean, meanwhile, stayed up, unbothered, focused, and glowing. She made no mention of Bino, Brie, or the block saga ever again, which made her look even stronger. Silence became her victory speech, but the internet, being the internet, couldn't just let it go. They started speculating about a possible reunion or collab. What if this was all promo? What if they planned it? What if Bino's new song featuring Chrisean drops next month? That's the thing, when the line between real and fake blurs, every scandal becomes marketing gold. And let's be honest, that's exactly what this was. A modern digital circus. A lesson in how one block button can trigger a nationwide meltdown, memes, interviews, freestyles, and brand new fan bases. Hood Trophy Bino got the fame boost he didn't know he needed. Chrisean got another round of Queen of Chaos headlines, but this time she came out looking like the calm one. And Brie? Well, Brie learned the internet always picks a villain, and it's usually the person holding the teacup. So what's the moral here? Don't underestimate the power of silence. Don't argue with someone who feeds off attention. And if you're gonna go live, make sure your Wi-Fi and your emotions are both stable. Because once you hit that go live button, you're not just talking, you're trending. In the end, Hood Trophy Bino may have lost the battle of pride, but he won the war of relevance. His name's buzzing, his streams are climbing. And his next post is gonna have the entire internet waiting like it's the season finale. But here's the real question. When the clout fades, who are you without the chaos? Because in this digital age, every scandal's a shortcut to fame, but staying there? That's the hardest part, and something tells me this isn't the last time we'll hear from any of them. Not in a world where every block turns into a headline. And there you have it, folks, one block, one meltdown, and one internet inferno later. The saga of Hood Trophy Bino versus Chrisean Rock just proved the golden rule of social media. Clout is louder than logic. Now, before you scroll away pretending you're above the drama, let's be real. You lived for this mess. You refreshed that feed, watched every live, zoomed in on the screenshots, and acted like you were part of the investigation squad. Don't lie. You were there in the comments like, "I just hope they heal," while secretly praying for another round of chaos. So if you want to stay tapped into the wildest corners of celebrity drama, you're in the right place. Smash that like button like it owes you money. Hit subscribe before Chrisean blocks you next. And turn those notifications on, because you already know the next meltdown is probably uploading right now. Here at Trend Tattle, we don't do calm. We don't do boring. We do explosive. Every scandal, every rumor, every leaked DM that shouldn't have seen daylight, we break it down, roast it, and serve it with extra spice. Because let's face it, this world runs on drama. And we're the caffeine shot keeping it alive. So go ahead, drop your thoughts below. Team Bino? Team Chrisean? Or team they both need a nap? Either way, we're watching the comments like Netflix episodes, and remember, in the land of the viral and the vain, everyone's just one block away from becoming a headline. Everyone's just one block away from becoming a headline.